making it. Yeah, yes, we were actually a little skeptical in terms of in the current situation conducting a physical event, right? And so would it attract the right audience? Would it attract the speakers? We were overwhelmed by the response that which we are getting from our speakers. The speakers are asking, why are you asking this question? So we are all prepared to come over there and speak. So a little bit about the BIS Summit. BIS Summit earlier it used to be called as SME Summit, Small and Medium Enterprises Summit every year. We rechristened it a couple of years back. This is the second one in that series. So a little bit about the SMEs, right? 80% of the membership of HYSIA, the companies fall under small, medium, and then upper medium category companies primarily, right? So is the case with at a all India level. So if you look at the entire IT industry, 80% of the companies, operating companies, so they fall under small and medium enterprises. They are the hubs of innovation, and then they are the entry-level employment creators. So it is very, very important for the entire industry growth to ensure that like the small and medium industry thrives and grows, right? So HYSIA BIS Summit primarily focuses on helping small and medium enterprises. So the entire agenda that which we are talking about, starting from a welcome address onwards, so all the way up to the panel speeches, we have stitched it such a way that like SMEs have certain disadvantage. They may not be able to capture the best practices which are probably available for the larger companies, okay, be it in business development, marketing, operations, talent acquisition, or it could be HR practices, and so on and so forth. So some of our the panel discussions and the roundtables are primarily addressed towards it. So getting into the agenda, so it starts with a welcome address by the president, and as an SME forum leader, so there is some opening remarks and context setting. So there is a gentleman called Majher Hasmi, who is a senior director and executive leader from Forrester. He's going to talk about the impact of the pandemic on overall IT industry and how each of the sectors are getting actually impacted by this and what is the overall growth of the industry at large. So that's where he sets the context in terms of what's happening to the industry, and it is followed by the industry environment to grow. So the policy framework has to be conducive enough. So our Principal Secretary IT, Jayesh Ranjan Garu, and then from MeitY, we have actually a special guest this time, Joint Secretary, Mr. Saurav Gaur IAS, who is actually wanting to come all the way from Delhi to join this summit. Probably because of that additional caution now, so at least we are expecting him to participate virtually. So he's going to talk about central government side, what kind of a policy framework that they are taking out to help the SMEs. So which is very, very valuable information for us. Followed by Rajesh Nambiar, Chairman, Managing Director of Cognizant India. So he's going to set the overall directional and strategy for the industry growth. And then followed by investor-led growth levers for SMEs. You would have heard about in the last several months, right? IT industry is the second largest FDI attractor compared to any other industry, right? So there are angel investors, there are PE firms, there are venture capital firms, so various level of investors which are there in the market. So this investor roundtable is going to have actually representation from angel circuits, representation from PE firms. They're going to talk about what is that investor look for in companies for investing. And they are also going to demystify what is that companies has to do to attract these investors for their growth lever. So which is a very, very valuable information for the SMEs for their growth, which is followed by, we have a leader who has put our Hyderabad on the global map, Sridhar Pinnapareddy, who is the chairman and founder of Control S and then Cloud4C. He's going to talk about what are the scale-up challenges. Most of the SMEs, actually, after the startup, once they reach certain stage, scaling to the next level is always a challenge. So listening from some of these leaders who could actually scale their companies and put it in the global map is very, very valuable. So Sridhar is going to talk about it on the rapid growth models as well. So this is followed by a panel on operational transformation. Probably I think most of you would have heard about there are hybrid delivery models that are emerging, and companies, large companies are making actually a statement that like good percentage of their workforce is going to work from home going forward, right? It is going to be hybrid delivery models. So this operations roundtable is going to discuss what are those models, how these models are going to evolve, what are the changes that have come in HR practices, what are changes that have come in finance practices, talent acquisition practices, what is the impact on actually employees, how employees are getting engaged during this current situation. So I think a lot of things which they will probably throw open. The beauty of this entire thing is most of the panels come from the large companies where they have knowledge and access to the best practices, some of these processes, methodologies, and then they selflessly demystify these for the smaller companies to learn from. So that's the beauty of Hyderabad IT industry as well. So most of the time it is the large companies which are going to help the small and medium to thrive here. Okay, the next panel is emerging opportunity landscape. So different sectors got impacted differently. So if you have heard about during the pandemic, hospitality, travel and leisure, airlines, oil and gas, some of these sectors are badly impacted. Some of the sectors like life sciences and healthcare, BFSI to some extent, right, and retail, some of them they're not so affected, and then some are actually technology sector even got a boost as well. So what is the impact on each of these sectors is going to be talked about by the representatives from this. So Shashi Reddy from Qualcomm, similarly IBM center head is going to talk about here, and then the executive vice president from Capgemini is going to come. And so like that actually we have drawn the industry leaders who are at an executive vice president and CXO level and part of these panels. And finally, the innovation in business development. So what has happened was because of the digital channels being adopted, the reach to customer is democratized. In the sense like earlier, only large companies would have that opportunity to go and then meet their customer because they could expend well, so their capability to spend was more. But now even small and medium industries are able to reach their customers by digital means, right? So there are newer ways of business development, lead generation, marketing, some of these practices have come up. So a set of leaders who are drawn from these large companies who understand these methodologies are going to demystify that for small and medium enterprises. So that's 4 panel discussions and 2 keynote speeches, and then 2 from the government are going to speak here. And we are looking forward to a great event, and 125 in the hall, but I think we are expecting close to 400 to 450 people who are virtually joining us. The kind of topics that are going to be discussed here, discuss chestaro avi entry level managers, supervisory managers ki, mid level managers ki, senior leadership ki, CXOs of the companies ki, అందరికీ కూడా యూనిఫామ్గా బెనిఫిట్ అయ్యేటట్లు వీ హ్యావ్ స్టిచ్ దీస్ ప్యానల్ డిస్కషన్స్ అండి. సో ఐ థింక్ ఎవ్రీబడి ఇన్ ద ఇండస్ట్రీ ఎట్ దీస్ లెవెల్స్ ఆర్ వెల్కమ్. సో ఐ థింక్ 2 రకాలండి. క్యాపిటల్ అనేది ఒకటి గవర్నమెంట్ ద్వారా వచ్చేది, అంటే గవర్నమెంట్ ఫైనాన్సింగ్ ఏజెన్సీస్ ద్వారా వర్కింగ్ క్యాపిటల్ ప్రొవిజనింగ్ కానీ, లేకపోతే బ్యాంకింగ్ ఎకోసిస్టమ్ ద్వారా వర్కింగ్ క్యాపిటల్ ప్రొవిజనింగ్ కానీ. సో అది కొంత పాలసీ ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్లో ఇంక్లూడ్ చేసే అవకాశం ఉంటుంది, ఏది స్టేట్ కానీ సెంట్రల్ కానీ. కాకపోతే మెజారిటీ ఆఫ్ ద టెక్నాలజీ సెంట్రిక్ కంపెనీస్కి ఏంటంటే ఇన్వెస్టర్స్ ఆర్ ఏంజల్ ఇన్వెస్టర్స్. ఐ థింక్ దే డ్రా దేర్ క్యాపిటల్ ప్రైమర్లీ ఫ్రమ్ ఏంజల్ ఇన్వెస్టర్స్ and VC fund, venture capital funds, and then PEs, okay, and so these are the investor panel primarily focuses on actually what is that these investors look for in companies ఎట్లా ఉంటే ఇన్వెస్టర్స్ అట్రాక్ట్ అవుతారు అనే దాన్ని వాళ్ళు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తారు. అట్లాగే ఎలాంటి కంపెనీల కోసం చూస్తున్నారు అంటే ఇప్పుడు డిఫరెంట్ టెక్నాలజీస్ చేంజ్ అవుతూ ఉంటాయి, కొత్తగా వచ్చిన ఇప్పుడు IoT కానీ లేకపోతే AI కానీ మెషిన్ లెర్నింగ్ కానీ. సో ఇట్లాంటి ఏ సెక్టర్స్కి ఇన్వెస్టర్స్ బాగా అట్రాక్ట్ అవుతున్నారు అనేది కూడా డీమిస్టిఫై చేస్తాము. సో ఇదంతా SMEస్కి చాలా ఉపయోగపడుతుంది, ఎస్పెషల్లీ స్టార్టప్స్కి, ఎర్లీ స్టేజ్ అండ్ లేట్ స్టేజ్ స్టార్టప్స్కి. వెన్ ఐ సెడ్ దట్ లైక్ 80% of the membership of HYSIA is MSME, but they believe to be about 1,500 companies which are operating from Telangana, which are sizable and countable. In terms of the employment, I think they are expected 1,50,000 employees out of the 6 lakhs, total 6 plus lakh employee base of Telangana IT is contributed by MSMEs. And these are various sizes actually: micro, small, medium, and then medium to large actually. So I think A, B, C, D category companies which fall under this. Actually, there is a tier 1 office space and the tier 2 office space. So there is a little higher impact on tier 2 office space as compared to tier 1 office space. So tier 1 is the one which is occupied by most of the larger companies and MNCs and GICs. Tier 2 is the one which is occupied by majority of the small and micro enterprises. So that's where there is a little bit of impact. Probably you would have seen a lot of bullet boards here and there. So that's one impact. The second is actually employee-centric, whatever occupation is there. I think good number of employees are working from outside of Hyderabad. Then probably that is also added to some of the vacancies within actually residential communities and things like that. But that's the impact which is visible actually to us. Right? Attrition almost లేదండి ఫస్ట్ 3 quarters. Last quarter, January to March, because the pent up demand అంటే ఆ 3 quarters రిక్రూట్ చేయని వాళ్ళంతా ఒకేసారి రిక్రూట్ చేసేసరికి ఆబ్వియస్గా ఆపర్చునిటీస్ ఆల్సో మోర్ ఇన్ ద మార్కెట్. సో దట్స్ వేర్ the general attrition rate has gone up by, as Barney said, 2 to 3% more.